Today we will find the angle of scattering, that is second part, angle of scattering. So we know that angle of scattering is phi, this is phi. As we know, in the previous article we have described this angle as phi. These are angle psi and psi, both are equal, and this angle is theta. So these are the angles which are formed in the Rutherford scattering experiment. Now we have to derive the relation for angle of scattering, that is relation for phi. So phi in terms of impact parameter. So this is impact parameter AN, this one. Now by using the concept of geometry, we know that it is straight line, that is asymptotic straight line, and total angle for straight line is 180. So for straight line, angle phi plus angle psi plus angle psi is equal to 180 degree or pi degree, pi radian, because the total angle is pi. So it will become phi plus 2 psi is equal to pi, and we will find the value for psi. So 2 psi is equal to pi minus phi, and psi become pi by 2 minus phi by 2. This is the value for psi, but we have to derive the value phi, but it is value for psi. Now we will use the equation of conic. So what is the equation of conic? So using the equation of conic, that is 1 by r equal to 1 by L into 1 plus epsilon cos theta. You know that. As we know, this is asymptotic line, and the distance between this A and this point of alpha particle, this line makes an angle theta with the x axis. When this point is very far, then both lines become parallel, and at that case the theta become psi. Means for asymptotes, you know that asymptotes are the lines or the line which meet at infinity. It is very longest line. So for asymptotes, the value for r become infinity, and the value for theta become psi, because this line become parallel to this line. These both lines become parallel. If both lines become parallel, then angle theta is same as angle psi. So put the value of r as infinity and the value for theta as psi in this equation, and we will get 1 by infinity equal to 1 by L into 1 plus epsilon cos psi. Theta become psi and r become infinity. So 1 by infinity means 0, and it is 1 by L into 1 plus epsilon cos psi, or this implies is L becomes 0 on left hand side, and 1 plus epsilon cos psi is 0, and cos psi become minus 1 by epsilon. So is it clear? Now put the value psi here. So since psi is equal to pi by 2 minus phi by 2, which I have already proved, so it will become cos pi by 2 minus phi by 2 is equal to minus 1 by epsilon, or cos 90 minus theta become sin theta. Hence, it will become sin phi by 2 is minus 1 by epsilon. Or taking reciprocal, 1 by sin become cosecant phi by 2 is equal to minus epsilon. So, I have taken reciprocal on both sides. Sin become cosecant and 1 by epsilon become epsilon. Now, squaring both sides, it will become cosecant square phi by 2 is equal to epsilon square. When we square on both sides, it will become cosecant square phi by 2 is equal to epsilon square. Or cosecant square theta is 1 plus cot square theta. So, this may be written as 1 plus cotangent cot phi by 2 square is equal to epsilon square. So, is it clear? 1 plus cot square phi by 2 is equal to epsilon square. Now, what is the value for epsilon or eccentricity? So, this value we have proved in the previous article that eccentricity is equal to under root of 1 plus EP 1 plus EP over ZE square whole square. Okay. So, putting the value of epsilon here. So, epsilon square become the under root become cancelled, and hence this under root will be cancelled, and it will become 1 plus cot square phi by 2 is equal to epsilon square, means 1 plus EP or E square P square over Z square e raised to power 4, because square of this term, and 1 is cancelled with 1, and finally cot square phi by 2 is equal to E square P square over Z square e raised to power 4, and this cot square taking square root both sides, and it will become cot phi by 2 is equal to EP over Z e square, or we can get tan, because reciprocal of this cot phi is tan phi. So, I am taking the reciprocal. So, taking reciprocal on both sides, it will become tan phi by 2 is equal to Z e square upon E into P. So, tan phi is equal to Z e square upon E P. So, this is the relation for angle of scattering. So, angle of scattering means phi in terms of P. So, this is a formula which correlate the angle of scattering with impact parameter P. Now, we will discuss the special case. Let P is equal to 0. Let P is equal to 0. It will become something upon 0, infinity. It means phi by 2, tan phi by 2 become infinity, and hence phi by 2 become either pi by 2, means pi by 2, because you know that tan 90 is infinity. So, angle is 90, and 2 to cancelled, this implies phi is pi. So, phi become pi. What is the meaning of this condition? When P becomes 0, P means this impact vector, impact parameter. If the distance is 0, then the angle of scattering means the particle or alpha particle is scattered at an angle of pi. Pi means 180 degree. So, we know that when particle is going this side, it will scatter toward this side. When it is directed towards the heavy atom, heavy element, then it will go back in the reverse direction because angle is 180 degree. So when this alpha particle is targeting towards the heavy nucleus, then it will scatter at an angle of 180 degree or pi radian, and when it is again away from the target, then it will again form hyperbola. So it is again hyperbola, but at this condition which is directing towards the target atom, then the angle of scattering become 180, means it will go toward this side, and on scattering, after scattering, it will go in the opposite direction. So these are the different cases which we observe in Rutherford scattering. So the next part is we will find expression for differential scattering cross section. So we will discuss this last part in the next lecture. Thank you very much.